Are you ready to unlock the secrets to a life of financial abundance? Welcome to the Soulful and Soulful Summit, a transformative space where we uncover the keys to success on both the goal line and the soul line. I'm Katja Rusanen, your host, committed to helping spiritual entrepreneurs share their stories, shine their light, and succeed on purpose. Joining us today is a self-made millionaire and empowering mentor, Wendy Petties. With a lot of experience and insight, she will be talking about pleasurable success, embracing joy and purpose on the road to financial abundance. Welcome, Wendy. I'm super excited to have you join us.
Oh, me too. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited too.
Before we dive into the heart of the matter, your presentation, could you please share how has social media played a role in shaping your business success?
Oh, thank you for that question. So social media, I am an outgoing and bubbly person, so I really dove into social media. But what I've really found to be the key is it's helped me to really stay grounded and stay present. Life happens, and so when I am able to connect with social media, I'm able to connect with people that I wouldn't have an opportunity to connect with in other ways and to be really myself.
Yeah.
And sometimes that means showing up in a really, really vulnerable way. And sometimes that means pulling back a little bit because I may feel like I'm not up to it. And sometimes it means just going for it. And so I think that social media has really allowed me to connect. And because connection is what I do, it has enabled people to see the real me and has grown my business. So
Mm-hmm.
I would, I think that social media needs to happen the way you want it to happen. I'm not one of these go by the rule books type of
Yeah.
person. But yeah, I mean it has really opened up connections for me and for myself too, and I think that that's what's helped me to grow my business.
Mm-hmm. And I see your post, I see you online, and some of your posts, they are very raw, they are very vulnerable and very open. And I see also the pouring support that comes, those connections, people opening up. Yes, I feel that too. This has happened to me. Like I see that and they seem to be then following the other posts too. You have this a community building on social that people comment, people engage your posts. So that's been beautiful to see.
Thank you. Thank you. As I said, it's been pretty vulnerable. It's always, I would say it's easier to share when things have been really, really wonderful.
Yeah.
We see that a lot, everybody's sharing their, their trips and their this and their that. But, when it hits the fan and something really horrible happens or something a tragedy or my father died and then my mother died and
Mm.
during my father's journey I posted every day. My sister was in the hospital as well and I posted every day and the ups and downs. Oh my god, he's getting better, and oh, they're going to try this, I need everybody's prayers, and oh this, and you are your business, you know what I
Mm.
mean. And I don't post for business. I post for me and for my
Mm.
community, who are friends and clients and family and all of that. And so it's really been a wonderful journey to be exactly who I am. I share pretty rawly
Mhm.
with
Yes.
rawness. I don't know if that's a word, but I try to be very raw, um, and tell the truth,
Mhm.
even things that people don't really want to talk about or don't want to
Yeah.
hear. I think it's important to be who you are and not worry about what people think. because I
Mm.
know that you draw people to you or repel people from you, and that's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay, And I think the other thing I want to say about this is that there are still some times when it's too raw for me to come on social
Yeah.
media, and that's okay too. And
Hmm.
so I find myself being quiet because I just don't have the energy or I just can't go there right now. And so I may post a quote or something. It doesn't have to be my face, it doesn't have to be all of me. Maybe that's a little too sensitive for me at times. And then when I come back, I'll say, hey, this is what was going on. Or,
Mm.
I needed some time away. So it is okay. And so for your listeners and people watching this, I just want you to know that however you can show up is okay, but you got to show up. You got
Yeah.
to show up. Yeah.
Love this. And now let me properly introduce you. So, Wendy Petties, also known as relationship whisperer, a visionary trailblazer who has defied the odds and transformed her life from the depths of bankruptcy to the pinnacle of pleasurable success. After racking up a staggering 310,000 US dollars in medical debt, she rose above the financial struggle and found herself making a fortune on Wall Street. Yet unfilled and yearning for purpose, she courageously pursued her dream job, even if it meant earning less. Now, as a millionaire and an empowering mentor, she works passionately with women, helping them improve their relationship with themselves, others, and money, creating pleasurable lives of their own. And during her presentation, Wendy will share her remarkable story of going from financial struggle to becoming a millionaire. And she will reveal the powerful secrets that led her to embrace pleasure, purpose, and self discovery, igniting a path to ultimate success. This empowering presentation isn't just about financial liberation, it's about embracing joy and purpose in every aspect of life. And Wendy will share practical insights on how to align your career with your passions, build unshakable resilience, and create a life filled with both financial success and genuine fulfillment. So, wow, I am eager to learn your wisdom, and I'm sure our listeners are as well. So, the stage is yours.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to tell you my story first. So I want you to picture this. Me in my fancy office on the 27th floor with a direct view of the Twin Towers, moving quickly between meetings, dining slowly on expensive Kobe beef lunches with clients, and lots of money in my pockets. My dreams of conquering Wall Street were like salsa dancing through a world of figures and stocks, an electrifying tango with financial success. Yet, beneath the surface, an emptiness lingered, a yearning for something beyond material wealth. Now, I had embraced the trappings of success, indulging in luxuries and jet setting across the globe, all without a second thought about my money. But amid the dance of dollar signs, a whisper stirred, urging me to break free from the confines of Wall Street and chase my next dream. While the world praised my masculine energy, tough and powerful, I knew there was a deeper truth waiting to be unearthed. I could do the job, but didn't feel proud of who I had to be while doing it. I had no free time for the people I loved, and the money, although quite lovely, just wasn't enough anymore. I decided to ditch the Wall Street hustle and ease into my dream job, even if it meant swapping out big bucks for big dreams. Now, let me tell you, that was a game changer. I sashayed into work that set my heart ablaze every day. I was able to be more of myself, more feminine and at ease, a different kind of powerful. The money might not have been raining down, but the satisfaction, ooh, it was pouring in buckets. I was damn good at what I did. I truly enjoyed it. And although I had very little money, I had more free time for friends. And for a while, I thought I had finally cracked the code to success. But you know how life loves to throw you curveballs, right? Just when I thought I was on the yellow brick road, bam, Harassment came crashing in the form of a new boss, an angry little man who tried to make me into something else while sneering at me at every turn. I found myself in its relentless grip for a grueling 6 months, enduring, surviving, and emerging with scars that ran deep. It was like a storm that wouldn't let up, all thunder and no shelter, and kept me crying in my bed most mornings, barely finding the energy to go to work to face him yet again. Those months left me not just scarred, but downright traumatized. I was depressed and physically ill. I felt alone and ashamed and didn't want to share what had happened, even with my family. And ultimately, my bills piled up. And I, the one who had handled $1 million deals, filed for bankruptcy. The climb out of that pit of darkness was a battle, a feat that tested my resilience and shattered my preconceptions of success. In the midst of the struggle, I had an epiphany. Success wasn't merely about climbing the corporate ladder or amassing wealth. It wasn't about fitting into a predefined mold. No, real success was more profound. For me, it was about truly being who I am, doing what I wanted with people I enjoyed, and having the money to do the things I desired. Pleasure was my ticket to taking back control. Now, life had thrown me some hardballs, but now I was ready to play. Armed with newfound insights, I set about to reshape my life in ways I never thought possible. So guess what? I whipped out my secret weapon, lessons I learned during my sex education training back in the wild days of the HIV and AIDS epidemic. I focused on pleasure, mind you. I'm talking about joy in every nook and cranny of my life. My relationships became the treasures that light up my life. Now I embrace a new kind of intimacy, treating myself as I would a cherished partner. Yep, that's right. I'm my own lover, friend, and companion. But my adventures don't stop there. Oh no, they're just beginning. Whether it's a cozy evening on the couch, exploring hidden gems around the city, or basking on a sun-soaked beach, my journeys, they include the people I hold dear and who hold me close, and they're nothing short of epic. Today I'm a millionaire, but let me tell you, money is no longer the boss of me. It transformed into a trusty sidekick, a tool I wield to craft a life that resonates with my spirit, proudly echoing the ultimate New Yorker sentiment of I did it my way. And now I'm on a mission, a joyful crusade to empower women to infuse their lives with this same vibrant energy. Together we'll embark on a path that transforms your relationships with yourself, with others, and with money into a grand celebration of pleasure. I guide people through a thrilling roller coaster of self-discovery, transformation, and a little bit of audacious reinvention so you can plan to have the life you truly, truly desire. So when you find yourself caught in life's whirlwind, remember this. Success isn't a mere destination. It's the exhilarating journey. And your goal is to create a life that's not just lived, but passionately savored and relished at every turn. And so that's a little bit about my story. And so what I want to give you now are 3 tips. One to help you with your connection with yourself, one to help you with your connection with your money, and one to help you with your connection with other people. And so the first thing that I want to talk about is yourself. Okay? So one of the tools that I use to just help you start thinking about how to connect with yourself, and since we're talking about social media also, this is something that can get you ready to go on social media. So all of you take a shower. I presume sometime during the day you take a shower. And we don't really think about that shower experience, right? You just know you got to get clean. You know that you got 5 minutes to do it, and then you throw on your clothes. You don't really have an experience. So I want to invite you to connect to yourself in the shower process. Now, yes, I talk about pleasure, but I'm not talking about that kind of pleasure. What I'm talking about is when you take your next shower. I take mine in the morning. And I think about my 5 senses. I really think about sight. Do I want the lights on when I'm showering? Sound. Do I want to play some music or listen to an audiobook? Taste. Sometimes I put a peppermint in my mouth when I'm in the shower, or I'll lean my head back and let the water run over my face. Hearing. Um, oh, I did that already. But the point is, take in the five senses and create a plan for your shower. So it's the difference between the 5 minutes of let me just get this done and really being conscious and having an experience. Lean into the pleasure of the type of soap. Do you like bar soap? Do you like bath soap? Do you just use what's in the shower because that's what you've had all the time? Do you like candles? Do you like a lot of light? Could you open the curtain and the window in your bathroom? It's frosted, so no one's going to see you. Have an experience with your shower so that you can get to discern and choose the things that give you pleasure with such a simple thing. Then expound that to when you have your breakfast. Really make choices that give you pleasure, because if we're grounded in pleasure, we can make choices to do the things that we have to do and the things that we need to do and the things that we want to do. So that's a little tip about what you can do in your connection with your relationship with yourself. The next is your relationship with other people. With that, I want you to really think about who lights you up and who doesn't. It's almost like a friendship audit, if you will. And this is not to bash anybody. We want to focus on pleasure and joy. So is there a person that you could tell your story to, that you could share your information with, that you could help, that either by telling your story about something that's going on with you or telling something that you learned could be really helpful to someone else. So I want you to find someone who lights you up, who gives you joy, that you could either talk to directly when you're doing a live, or talk to directly when you are posting something, like pretend you're talking to them, or maybe even better, connect with them and practice with them. Say, hey, I'm going to share this story, or I'm going to share this information, so that you have a connection with a person that will really light you up and get you going so you can use social media in the way that you want to. The third part is about your money, your relationship with your money. And what I want you to do there is really, really, really appreciate your money. I have a little date with my money once a week, but I have these little mini quickies with my money every day. And that is what I do with that is when I wake up in the morning, I open my phone and I use a tool called Rocket Money. It's free and you can set it up, and there you can see all of your accounts in there. I look at all of my accounts and say thank you, no matter what the amount is. Some of my accounts are smaller, some of my accounts are larger, some of my accounts are specifically for something. I look at all of my accounts, and with the same energy, not dependent upon what the amount is, but with the same energy of gratitude, I say thank you for what's in there. It also is a good way to really keep track of what you're spending and what's going on, and to catch any mistakes or anything that may have come out that you might not have intended. So those three tips, really how you improve your relationships with yourself, get grounded in something pleasurable, like really, really discern what is pleasurable for you. Find someone in your life that lights you up, that can give you the energy and the connection and the accountability too, to really move forward. And also be grateful about your money, because what you're grateful for and what you focus on will actually have more come join that. And so those are my tips. I have been so happy and grateful to share this information with you and share this opportunity to give you a little bit about who I am and how I show up on social media and how I've navigated that in my life, which has been a bit of a roller coaster. So thank you, Katya.
Well, thank you for sharing those. And I love the practical things, like now everyone takes a shower a little bit different way. Like
People all over the world will be thinking about me in their shower.
You got that, girl. But I really loved it, and using those senses as well. Like when you're doing like that was like such a key tool, and also loving that. Like, okay, let's just do the audit with the people we have, because I believe awareness is a key. And then also the money, like the gratitude. And when you were sharing that, I was thinking the same we could do with all our social media accounts, all the people we are connected with, like send them love, send them light, like saying thank you. Because whatever the number is, because sometimes we are like, oh, I want more and more and more. But let's be grateful for those contacts we already have.
I love that. I love that. And it's so funny when you said that, I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps
Yeah.
because I think that's such a beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
thing to do. Like I talk about money, but I never thought about doing that with my social media followers or fans or friends or, for me, it all blends.
Mm.
But I think that's a beautiful thing. And my sister was doing something really beautiful. You know how you get your birthday list every
Yeah.
day, and you know who your birthday, she goes into, and you put like, happy birthday, Katya, and then you move on, you know what I mean? Or
Mm.
you may say, like, hey, I miss you, whatever. But basically, you then have on your feed 7,000 people who said happy birthday, and you never get to see all of them, right? So what she does is she goes into their messenger and does a little
Mm.
voice note. Hey, Katya, happy birthday to you. I hope you have a beautiful day.
Mm.
You may not see that for 6 months, but when you do, it's just a different way of connecting with people. And I agree with you, just that connection and leaning into that connection brings more connection. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you have 5 people or 500 or 5 million, doesn't matter.
Yes. I love that, because it's again finding that pleasure. And that's something I also have talked with my people is like, okay, check your relationship with this social media as well.
Yeah.
How are you relating? And I know you were talking about the relationship whisperer, like let's just shift that connection as well.
Yeah.
How can you make it more enjoyable, have more
Absolutely.
fun,
Yes.
to bring in that inspiration, allowing yourself to be you, because
Yep.
that's a key. So those tips that you shared, I love them because they are very, very tangible and doable for all of us. And now, as we are starting to wrap up here, I just want to ask, do you have final words of wisdom for the people to
I do.
gain more? Yeah.
I do. I do. I would just like to say, be who you are. Be
Mm.
who you are. You know, who you are is absolutely wonderful and divine and delicious and all of that. And so be who you are. And because you know who you are, don't let yourself off the hook too.
Mm.
you
That's a good
know,
thing.
you know because I think being exactly who you are is really key to happiness and pleasure and joy. But we also know ourselves, and we know when we're not being the best we can be, and when we're not honoring what we said we would do. And so in terms of social media, sometimes baby steps are fine, and sometimes jumping in the pool is fine too. So I wish everybody the best, and I hope that this has been really helpful. It has been really a joy and pleasurable for me. And so I'm grateful to you, Katya. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy, for your time and these valuable insights you shared with us today. And thank you to tuning in and joining us in Soulful and Social Summit. And it's your time to shine, share, and succeed. Until next time, bye for now.